Hello, myself Sunil R Nair, and here basically we are discussing about which currencies basically are dependent on which currency. In this topic, basically we were discussing yesterday in a previous video that how basically the each and every country basically are connected with each other, and in this basically we have taken one example of the sea water that was basically attracting towards the Mumbai city, and Mumbai city basically to tracked 1,000 building. Basically due to that 1,000 building, the Mumbai city was getted attracted with the help of the sea water basically. Then one person told that basically is the basically when the disaster basically happened, big disaster basically, that time basically the entire buildings basically moves, or basically the sea water comes to the sea, basically sea water comes towards the city basically. Then he told that basically that's very difficult, yeah, this basically we need to check basically. Then he told that basically let me basically check this basically whether really basically the buildings moves, or basically the in attraction basically actually what happens actually this then he told that basically let me see the disaster video. But in the video basically we can't able to track the disaster thing basically, yeah. In the disaster the seas water is coming, then basically the building is moving, that basically we are not able to track that basically. So that was basically different thing basically. But this type of thing basically 100% will happen basically one day in Mumbai city, if Mumbai city is not keeping this log file basically. That's basically Mumbai city basically who created the Mumbai city, he basically will take care basically. So and the people basically who are staying in Mumbai basically, their buildings basically they will basically going to take care basically. And same example basically I given of the Vadodara city of the lava attraction basically. This is 100% going to happen, but basically stop basically can be happen na basically. If that attraction basically of sea water basically is not happening, then that will save the Mumbai only basically. But mostly basically this will happen suddenly basically. So that is basically also different thing basically. Then one of the person basically asked that basically the iron and basically the plastic basically which was attracting, that was basically from private side, or basically that mistake basically was from private side or government side basically. Reason we have basically taken of the example of the that basically lab basically of the each and every school basically. Yes, basically in 1% basically the in formula basically a plus b equal to c, right? So c plus 1 c plus d equal to e, that was basically the government, right? So c plus d basically was of government basically. Yes. So D basically was getting problem, or basically that A B and C basically was getting problems. That basically need to check here basically. That nice point basically actually you have raised basically. So let me check this basically with the government only basically. The formula which basically they have prepared and with the formula basically which the private people have prepared basically, is there any conflict in this basically? Due to this conflict basically it might possible that the entire world basically iron creation basically might be created in some problem basically. So due to that basically the sea basically might have attracted basically. So it might possible that currently basically few area is only attracted. It might possible that in future basically entire basically Mumbai city will get attract. So let me basically check with the government basically fast. So they basically told that basically okay, let me check with the government. And then the missile company also basically was there. Then basically they done the missile, and then they told that basically the government side basically in the missile company also basically few private people are also basically there, and the government groups are also basically there basically. There also basically 1% is added by the government. That is the environment basically. That basically happens in the environment, and that basically control is from done by the satellite group basically. So that's why basically the government na basically. Otherwise basically what is the value of what is the meaning of government? Then like this basically lots of people. So private people told that basically in each and every sector basically have their missile basically. 1% told that with the cricket industry basically. Do you know basically? Yes, basically we know basically the cricket industry also basically have the missile here basically. One person told that basically we want this type of missile to be launched in this area basically. Then he told that okay basically we will launch the missile basically. Then they launched the missile, but the expense basically was done by the cricket, that is the BCCI group basically. So like this basically the each and every sector, and basically same way the IT sector is there basically, the industrial sector is basically each and every group basically have the missiles basically. And like this basically he told that basically the each and every sector basically missiles need to test also basically. If we are testing the thing basically like this, if basically the problem has occurred basically like this, so let we check the entire thing only basically. Then they told that basically how many sector basically are there. They told that basically more than 1 lakh sector basically are there. So more than 1 lakh missile, minimum basically 1 lakh missile will be there basically, which is getting dumped to the dump inside the sea water. Then he told that basically yes, it is getting dumped inside the sea water. So basically let me basically check each and everything, and then basically we will let us know the report. Basically we will print one report. Basically for that basically we have created one software company also, special software company basically, because this basically if basically existing company basically software company can take this take this opportunity basically, then basically it's okay. Otherwise basically we will create some fresh software company, and then basically we will deploy few project managers, few delivery heads, few CEO, few vice presidents, and then basically we will create the stuff basically, because this stuff basically was supposed to handle long before actually. Then he told that okay, if existing company can take this basically, then it's okay. Otherwise new company will come. Then basically the like this basically the system got activated. That was the basically the system of the computer basically. That basically the things need to check with that 100 computers company. That 100 computer basically, few people say that basically, do you know basically the 100 company basically might be mapped like this. One company basically, one computer might be in TCS, one more company might be in Accenture, one company might be in Capgemini, one company might be in Patni, one computer might be in Mustang, one computer might be in Eclairx, one company might be in some Mahindra, one company might be in some IBM, one company might be in one computer basically, sorry, not company, computer is equal to company only basically. So one computer basically might be here, one company might be here, one computer basically might be here. Like this basically entire 100 computer basically might be set. It might not be in one place basically, that is 100% sure. So like this basically the entire Mumbai city, each and every objects basically are getting logged basically. How many people basically are there in, how many people have eaten drink, how many water, how many people have eaten pani puri, how many people have eaten vada pav, how many people have eaten sugar, sugar basically it should be eaten or basically drink basically, that need to check basically. Sugar basically also there. Then basically how many people have eaten fruits basically, how many people have drink fruits basically. Like this each and everything basically they starting basically, this basically converted into big data science project basically. But this basically data science project basically a two part, one is negative part and positive, right? So they told that basically we should basically, if we should basically use this as in the business side or basically not, because if we are using this into the business side, then basically the data has to be shared to the different sectors that are basically the business level group basically. So like this also basically the conversation told that basically let me think basically we should disclose this data or not basically, because if we will disclose this data, then basically the it might possible that some metrics might change in the future, because the business development officer basically changed the everything basically, because they are doing their duty, but they don't know basically the metrics basically is getting generated in the Mumbai city. So like this basically it told that basically entire 100 computer basically is mapped to different areas basically in the Mumbai city. So assume that basically one of the satellite group basically drawn one matrix basically, these all are the 100 areas basically where the 100 computers are basically placed. So like this basically he told that basically these all are the data basically, these all are the area basically from I can basically get the data with the help of the satellite group. So I will just connect to the computer and then basically we take the data. So few satellite groups says that basically we directly take the data from the environment only. So like this also basically things are basically there. So like this basically things basically converted into the 100 computers basically, and 100 computers basically the possibilities are 100 computer might be at one place, 100 computer might be at different place, that is a different software company basically might be 100% it is software company basically they are having the computer. And it's because that's why basically the software company is getting lots of money now basically. Then he told that basically that 12 lakh crore dollar basically, do you remember, he has that 12 lakh crore dollar basically the Bombay Stock Exchange is having basically, that Bombay Stock Exchange is having that 12 lakh crore basically. In this basically the software energy basically, software energy basically, that is also basically the thing basically. So in next video we are going to display we are going to discuss about the 12 lakh crore dollar money.